Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are welcome to today's episode of the Diaspora Global Panel. With me today, I have Jude Nwa Okolo. We just want to talk about today's news flash, news making the rounds in Nigeria. But before we proceed, please enjoy this short intro. We are going to talk about the ASUU strike. News flying around. I think yesterday the students actually embarked on a nationwide protest. They are protesting the ASUU strike that has, actually, grounded the education system in Nigeria. It was a spillover strike from 2021. And from what we understand on the Diaspora Global Panel, ASUU is asking the federal government to implement the 2009 welfare agreement, package that they had with the federal government of Nigeria. And ASUU is at loggerheads with the federal government of Nigeria over the payment of the earned academic allowance, the revitalization fund, which you will subsequently hear the NANS president, the National Association of Nigerian Students, the president actually talk about the revitalization fund because it is critical to the survival of our education system in Nigeria. And then ASUU are also requesting for the adoption of the University Transparency Solution, which is called UTAS, over the Integrated Personnel and Payroll Information System. And among others, what they are trying to negotiate, others on the condition of service, welfare, salaries, and other packages. And I know that one of the stumbling blocks is the adoption of the UTAS that I talked about, the University Transparency Solution, which the federal government has said that the solution did not pass the integrity test. And I think the UTAS is the way, the payment, the salary, the welfare package is going to be handled. I think the processes, I think ASUU wants to adopt UTAS, but the federal government of Nigeria, want to continue with the Integrated Personnel and Payroll Information System. So let's get into it. Jude, ASUU strike. What do you have to say about this?
It looks like an unending event going on among students and the minister in over there. There seems to be no end. You all recall that the issue, the lecturers are demanding as well. They're demanding the funding of public universities, allowances, and you said transparency in some areas. And you see, everything is coming out, being compounded at the moment because from what I see, the minister has lost hold of that ministry, and especially when it comes to ASUU. And you know, he doesn't know where to go.
He doesn't know what to do. He's just stuck. I think they are lost.
He has lost
They
hope.
don't have any idea anymore. They don't have
no idea
about it.
And for his minister walking out, as we noted before, walking out of the students, and they're trying to see how they can come back. In fact, they have no solution to it.
Okay, you are talking about the meeting that the minister had with
before
the president of the National Association of Nigerian Students. I'm going to play a video. Let me just play a video for our audience to see what transpired and how the minister walked out on the students. You know what the students said, because you know the commenting consensus was that probably the president of NANS, you know, was too hard on the minister. Some said the guy was a bit disrespectful. But let's just play the video for our viewers to make up their mind as to what they think, you know.
Okay.
The point ASUU hammer on is revitalization of our institution, which is a key for every student to key into the agenda of ASUU. But we want to know, you cannot be discussing about revitalization of our institution without Nigerian students be in that negotiation committee. On this note, Your Excellency, Honorable Minister, Nigerian students want to be part of this discussion. We want to really know what is going on between the ASUU and federal government. These are two parents, but these two parents have disappointed us. And as such, we don't have any trust in them. Again, lastly, Honorable Minister,
can you pause it?
Our message is so clear. We want.
Yeah, you see, the first point this guy is making here, because we want to find out why the minister actually walked out. The first point he made here is transparency. They want to be involved in negotiations. I don't see where he has gone wrong here.
Yeah, let's continue watching.
Right. That's the first point.
Federal government and ASUU to find an equilibrium, to meet as a matter of urgency, to call up the strike. Why negotiation or anything else continue? We cannot be at home, like my colleagues have said. It's only Nigerian students that bear the blunt. They said, when two elephants fight, the grass suffer it. Like they have said, at the end of every tenure, at the end of every 4 years, Honorable Minister, this is your thought, this is your second time in office. Your salary will be paid. The salary of the lecturer will be paid. We want to really know what is happening. So, if it is for us to take our cross on us, we will be able to take that. So, we are tired of this incessant strike on our education sector. Nigerians should look at Nigerians who want to migrate from Ukraine to back to Nigeria. It showed the lackadaisical attitude of our government toward education sector. That is why Nigerians are leaving this country to study outside the country. Because our government has bastardized our education. They have killed the primary and secondary school education in this country. And you can only see the children of the poorest to attend public primary and secondary school. Now, all our lecturers, I can say it equivocally, that all our lecturers, all honorable ministers, we saw it on social media. You celebrated your son who graduated in a country, as a university outside this country. We appreciate that. Our parents also have that money to send us outside the country. But we are in this country, then we should enjoy what we are paying for. So we want an adequate funding of education in this country. Honorable Minister, our message is we want to go back to class. We want our school to be open. If our school is not open, we have seen it. It's not a threat. When we said we are coming out, as I speak, nearly the Niger road is blocked, Benue is blocked, Adamawa is blocked. If care is not taken, this will be worse than NSAS. Thank you and God bless you.
So instead of coming here, you should have addressed your lecturers there. Perhaps the only point that you made that is worthy of even attention is you said students should be involved in this, and I think probably this is a very good thing. And it is the only thing I'm going to take out of what you have said here. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that is the moment the minister walked out.
Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever.
Look at the minister's face on the left,
Solidarity
saying that they should keep quiet.
forever. We shall always stand. Let the president speak. Are you telling us?
You can now see that we don't finish crowd. The minister that they are paying his salary. We don't finish the business. We did not finish the business. He walked out of us. President.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now
what
you can see. Okay, from my side, what I get from this is this. I want to actually see I can analyze the both aspects of the drama. First of all, the students were open. They were just open. They said they want equilibrium. They want to be in the meeting. They want the strike to be the issue to be discussed. Hello, are you there? So they are saying here they want the issues to be discussed while they are still, the negotiations will go on and let the student go back to college, to school. Look like we're having some technical issue here. Dr. Kunle, are you there? So please, can you hang on a little bit while we wait for Dr. Kunle to come back?
Yes, continue.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry, some technical issue there.
Yeah.
So, like I was analyzing there, the students are saying that they don't want to stay at home. They are looking forward to go back to their school while negotiations start ongoing. So I want to make sure they are back to school, which is a very good point. The students are saying are trying to let this minister know that what the Nigerian children are facing by sending them their kids, parents sending their kids out of the country because of the poor academical situation in Nigeria, not well organized. I trying to give the points to the minister. So I don't see anything wrong there. The guy was so humble. He was addressing the minister as honorable.
Yes, he was saying, "Honorable Minister, sir."
Honorable, sir.
You know what? I think what got the minister a little bit upset was the fact that this guy referred to the minister's son. And let me play a video for you.
Before you play that,
that chronologically, presents, the kids, the minister's kids, the president's kids, all of them, in universities abroad. And you now see the state of our schools in Nigeria. Let's just play the video at this point for that, so that you can comment on that in its entirety, because our viewers, they need to know, okay, why that guy said what he said. So as you can see, we saw the president. Let me try and go back this video. Let's go back. We see the kids of Aisha Buhari, of President Muhammadu Buhari. You see, graduating from universities abroad. We see the vice president. We see Atiku. We see Saraki. We see Okorosha. We see, look at the Nigerian kids. Look at the state of the school. Can you imagine? My brother, look at this.
Yeah.
Look at the kids. Look at the kids. Look at the kids on the floor. Imagine that. Look at this. Using this. Do you believe this? using blocks as tables.
Wow.
So this is so pathetic. This is so pathetic. Look at the state of our roads.
See Nigeria.
Did you hear what the guy, because this is a video that we took from the public website, so we don't have any copyright on this video. So did you see the guy? The guy said, Nigeria, why them bomb me for this country? Look at it. So that's it. That's it. This is exactly what that guy was talking about, because people will kind of be angry, okay, when they see all this. Jude, over to you.
Yes. Let's go back to where I stopped earlier on. See, from what I see here, let's talk about the action of the minister himself, because we cannot just talk about the student without talking about the minister. You can see how the minister acted. Number one, he acted so arrogantly. He had no respect for the children who are there. He had no respect for the meeting. He was unprepared.
Yeah.
So this guy was well spoken, looked like a leader, and was able to bring us some points that the minister cannot even withstand those points. And he had no answers to them. He didn't plan for them. So the best thing for him to say, for him to leave, because he cannot answer them. He's not prepared. He doesn't know what to say. He has no script prepared for him. And the only way to to go out of that scenario was to walk out of the meeting. But he was so unintelligent that he left the meeting in that form. And the students were so much angry that they could have lost their temper, either by causing riot in there. But because they are educated as well, they try to hold themselves. So you can see somebody they appoint to be a minister of a country that cannot, instead of quelling a situation, it may try to make it worse. So let us assume that things have erupted from there. If there could have been a riot there or whatever shooting, who do you blame? They could have arrested. They could have arrested the students, and the minister will walk away without any problem, because this is Nigeria. You see, and I think it's high time for the authorities, the government of Nigeria, led by President and his vice, to look into this minister and see, is that the kind of person Nigeria should appoint as a minister? Because
you know the way in Nigeria, the cultural nuances, the security, the seniority gaps, those are the things our elders actually focus on. And while I still cherish my lineage, my culture, I strongly believe that the time has evolved to, we need to actually ensure our children also have a voice. All this culture of, the seniority, I'm talking, you cannot talk. How dare you talk to me like that? Don't you know that I am your elder? We just have to, I'm not saying we should throw this culture away, because I believe that our culture is important, but I believe that there should be a balance. The non-president is representing a community of students. Okay? He wasn't speaking for himself. And I think the minister walking out on him is like, insulting the general populace of the Nigerian students. That is not good enough. And you could hear the non-president talking about Ukraine, that they have bastardized our education system, and that was the reason why most of our kids left Nigeria to study abroad. And I think the government should take, they should learn from what the guy said and not see the other side of it, So Jude, let us just, because the minister actually said that he is going to, inaugurate a 7-man renegotiation committee to renegotiate, the 2009 agreement. Okay, and I think that let's just give him a chance.
Let me reaffirm the commitment of the present administration towards finding lasting solutions to all the challenges confronting the education sector, and most especially the university subsector. Government is determined within available resources to provide the requisite environment, infrastructure, as well as improve the working conditions of all categories of staff in our universities. Government, like other stakeholders, is also worried about the vicious cycle over the years of the myriad of industrial actions by one staff union or the other. The cumulative effect has been the obvious loss of productive and precious man-hours daily needed by the university to fulfill their 3-part mandate of teaching, research, and community action. All these have been impacted negatively on our learning outcomes and the reputation of the Nigerian brand, which up to this moment has been the pride of the nation.
So as you can see, the minister is it's not about the minister just saying, oh, it's all over. Right. The minister is also working to ensure that our kids, go back to school. Okay, and I know that the ASUU also reacted. Okay, they reacted to this minister. Let me play the video. You'll see that these guys are not in equilibrium as the NANS president actually requested.
Program is across Nigeria.
Thank you very much for this invitation.
All right, so you heard it from that report. Even though we see some progress already in the talks between your union, ASUU, and of course the federal government, but what do you think about this newly established, or should I say inaugurated, renegotiation committee? Your reactions when you heard this?
It's a huge joke. It's a joke. And it's disheartening that we have to embark on another round of strike for government to constitute a committee to renegotiate an already renegotiated agreement. I think this government is not serious with tertiary education in this country. And one is beginning to marvel at the attitude of the Minister of Education and what is really doing in that ministry. Look, for goodness sake, we had a renegotiated document since May 2021. And that took series of strikes, including a 9-month strike in 2020, to get to that point. And now in February 2022, government is constituting another committee to review and renegotiate, and then another 3 months. So if students remain at home for another 3 months, Nigerians should have government and the Minister of Education to blame and not ASUU. Because of course, our union will be meeting at the weekend. And of course, we make its position known on, all of this development.
So, Jude, you can see that everything is in disarray. We don't even know where we're going, honestly.
Where's the equilibrium?
There's no equilibrium at all. They are just...
This guy had just quoted 2021, 2022, and now 2020. This one again, 2020.
9-month strike in 2020. Can you see how they are jeopardizing?
You see, look at the pictures you showed when you threw out when we are here. You see the pictures you displayed there.
Yeah.
The minister, the president, the wife of the president, the other people in office, which we saw there, all their children are outside the country. They're all graduating outside the country. One of them has a child in Nigerian universities.
Look at the Nigerian kids.
Look at Nigerian kids. Look at the one writing on a block, building block.
Because their kids are abroad, and that guy pointed the fact that your kid also graduated, from a school abroad, and all.
Yes. So this guy came here. The president came here to actually show them, reveal to Nigerians what is happening.
Yes.
And that's why the minister walked away.
Yes.
So, and you can see this guy is saying that, this guy you showed now, you're saying that the minister does not want to be in that office.
Yeah. He said that he doesn't know what that guy.
He doesn't, he said it, I'm not the one saying, he's not supposed to be in that office. And
let's play another video about the strike, because students embarked on the strike. You can say, I mean, fortunately for us, we have channels. What we are just doing is like bringing together the different stories from the internet, the free source and whatever, to bring it together to come up with a good story for our viewers, to enlighten our viewers, on what is happening in Nigeria. Because at this moment right now, all hands must be on deck. All hands must be on deck to ensure that these kids go back to school. Let me play a video of the strike that these kids embarked upon, and I think it was in February 28th. I know that they embarked on another strike, I think 2 days ago, but I couldn't lay my hands on that video.
Forced out of school, Nigerian students gather at the Unity Fountain in the nation's capital for a peaceful protest. For 2 weeks, the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASUU, has been on strike, and academic activities in public universities have been grounded.
We want to go back to school.
It's the second strike by ASUU in less than 2 years, and the students are worried about the effect of the industrial action on their future.
We want ASUU and federal government to find an equilibrium to resolve this crisis.
From the Unity Fountain, the protesters moved through the streets of Abuja, accompanied by security operatives. The protesters arrived at the National Assembly, but they are intercepted by security operatives manning the gate. The situation is the same at the Federal Ministry of Education, as security operatives prevent the protesters from gaining access into the complex. However, some leaders of NANS are granted audience by the Minister of Education, Mr. Adamu.
And this was when he walked out on
We saw it on social media. You celebrated your son who graduated in a country, a university outside this country. We appreciate that. Our parents also have that money to send us outside the country. But we are in this country, then we should enjoy what we are paying for. So we want an adequate funding of education in this country. Honorable Minister, our message is we want to go back to class.
Instead of coming here, you should have addressed your lecturers there.
Can you see that statement?
Yeah.
Perhaps the only point that you made.
Can you pause for a minute? Can you pause for a minute?
Wait. Let him
You said students should be involved in this, and I think probably this is a very good thing. And it is the only thing I'm going to take out of what you have said here. Thank you very much.
And that is how he walked out of there.
Yeah.
No,
if you are a father, a parent of the children, and you see the way the minister talked to them, will you be happy with that?
No, never. It was very wrong.
Not about the
even tell them to address their lecturers. It's like inciting the students against the lecturers.
Exactly. Look at how he did it with authority, so like a dictator. I mean, this guy is not. This guy is not worth to be a minister. He's not worth it.
Anyway, We have come to the end of today's program. We thank you and our viewers. We thank Jude Uwa Okolo for finding the time again to come on today's show to highlight the problems and the issues happening in our dear country, Nigeria. I remain my humble self, Olakunle Lemboye. Please give us a like and subscribe to our channel. We will come back again with another episode of the Diaspora Global Panel. Thank you.